Yo, what it is, YouTube, is your boy DC coming back with another bullseye of a video here today on the channel. I wanted to talk about the best preamps over $1,000, the luxury, you feel me, the high-end type of preamps. So if you guys do like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Have you guys ever had a dream preamp? What's your dream preamp? Let me know in the comments. I'm just talking about some of my experiences messing around in different studios with different types of things and sounds and songs that have been sent to me, recordings with some of the gear. So if you do like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get to the video. So the tiers that we have here. The first tier is going to be the mix and master tier. That's the upper echelon, the Louis, the Gucci, the best of the best. Then we have rough mix, which is good, but one step below the mix and master tier. Then you have vocal template, pretty much the stuff that's always going to be good to work with. Debatable, nothing's probably going to make debatable, and delete, which is the stuff that you just don't want to buy. Maybe it's overrated. Maybe I should change one of these to overrated. I like that, overrated. All right. And then the other one, I'll change it to overpriced. All right, cool. So they're all pretty good preamps. It's just that some are overrated, some are overpriced. First thing I'm gonna go with is the this is the Empirical Labs compressor and preamp strip. So I know definitely with the Empirical Labs one, it's known mostly for the compressor section. It's like having a little distressor and also a fatso, because I think it has the high frequency limiter with it too. But for the most part, it's never really known for the preamp. I don't think the preamp section in that one, really sounds good. I feel like it has a pretty straightforward sound. It might be good for rap vocals. Do any of you have it down below? I've heard like maybe a couple of songs recorded with it, and I just kind of feel like it's overrated. If you want to get a distressor, you just get a distressor. But nowadays the UAD plugin is so good, and the Empirical Labs arouser is so great too. So it's like, what's the point of spending all that money on a compressor section you can easily get in the box in a preamp section? That's kind of overrated. I would say something though, that it does have the ability to clip. If you are a very smart genius, you might be hitting that thing hard, clipping it on purpose to maybe get that distorted rap heat rage vocal sound off rip. That might be a reason why you want to do that. That would be a creative way that I would use it. Okay, so after that we have the mag, the mag preamp. I know that a lot of times the mag preamp is mostly known for just the air band. Like everybody knows the mag for the air band, you feel me, pretty much. So that might be cool, but rather than spending all that money on a preamp like that, for the mag, you're using EQ on the way in, you could just get a microphone with a better high-end sensitivity, or a bright microphone that is naturally breathy, so you don't need to spend that money on a preamp like that. That is the main selling point, is really the EQ. Okay, Neve 1073 is going to go to the top at mix and master. There's many different types of Neve 1073, so that's why I'm not putting a specific one here. But which is the one that you guys have? Who's the real Slim Shady of the Neve 1073s? Is it the BAE, the Rupert Neve Designs? Is it the Heritage Audio, the Warm Audio? I'm pretty sure they all sound good, with maybe like a 5% difference in taste and seasoning. So it probably is like the difference between a green bell pepper and a red bell pepper. The difference in taste is probably marginal. But yeah, Neve 1073 is going to work on most people's voices because it has that perfect peanut butter and jelly combination. The transformer is like the jelly, and the transistors is like the transformer is like the peanut butter, because it's the thick part. It's the thick part that's going to get stuck and give your voice some density. And the jelly, the sweetness, is like the transistors, the sweet transistor top end. All right. So yeah, that's the great thing about a Neve 1073. The preamp section, it's a timeless sound. And for the most part, it works on most people's voices. Whether you got a high voice, low voice, mid-range voice, it's going to work on most people's voices. And that's what you want when you buy an expensive preamp, or you buy anything online. You want to buy a shoe that you know is going to fit. You want to buy a shirt that you know is going to fit. So by the time you get it, you put it on you put it on your voice, you record with it, it sounds great, and you don't feel like you wasted your money. Okay, Shadow Hill's Mono Gamma is really good. It comes in the 500 series, and what I like about that one is it has different transformers. Okay, so we're looking at a situation where we have different flavors of transformer, and I like that one a lot. That's actually how I like to use the actual Shadow Hills Mastering Bus plugin. But I think that's dope that this actual hardware thing, the hardware preamp, provides different types of transformer emulations and stuff like that, and impedances, so you can get a really dope tone out of it. I think I seen a YouTuber Wavy Wayne use it before. I think he might have it. I don't think he ever did a deep video about it, but I'm pretty sure that's a really dope ass um preamp to have, just because it looks cool, first of all, and second of all, it has selectable transformers and stuff like that. And you know, the transformers is like, that's the main thing that makes preamp sound good: the transformer, transistor, whether it's got a tube in it or not. Now, but speaking about tubes, one that I have used frequently is the Avalon 737. The dual triode tube preamp inside of the section is incredible. That's one of the best. I know it costs $3,000, but first of all, it keeps value. I think the Avalon is great. What is your dream preamp? If you were to build a dream studio, which one of these preamps would you select? The Avalon is so creamy. It reminds me of like cream of wheat. It reminds me of what's that one thing? Pudding. It reminds me of that like creamy pudding, sugary. It's sugary and sweet and soft. So that's what we have right there with the Avalon 737 going in the mix and mastering tier. I think the Rupert Neves design is dope. It has the selectable transformer in it, but oftentimes, how much are you going to use that transformer? The silk red and the silk blue. Honestly, I had the real hardware version of the 542, and those transformers can become very overwhelming. So if you were to have like a preamp like that, you would maybe just blend in a little bit of it. But just because that's like the main selling point of a preamp like that, and the fact that you're only going to be using something like that on like just a little bit of hair before it's too overwhelming, too thickening, too committing to a sound, I'm gonna put it one step below the mix and master tier. It lacks a little bit of that versatility. The Helios, I'm gonna put it on overrated, actually overpriced. Chances are nobody's gonna be using a Helios preamp on their vocals. If you do, let me know down below. I think that's more like a preamp that's better for something like a kick drum, you know, a super bassy thing that you want to have more bass, a kick drum, a kick in, a kick out type of microphone. That's not really a preamp that you use for like vocals, a Helios, but I still put it anyways there because maybe you might be looking at it, you might think it's affordable and you might want it, but that's where we end up at. Okay, and let's look at the next thing, the Crane song. I'm gonna put the Crane song on overrated. I feel like in general with the Crane song, they're mostly known for their DA to AD converters. And maybe the preamp does sound good. Do you guys have it? Let me know. But I know for sure, like RIP, the head of Crane song. Ever since he kind of passed away, I feel like the company kind of lost a step. I feel like they haven't been putting out new products. I feel like they're really slow in terms of like restocking new products and stuff like that. And the whole company kind of slowed down. So a part of when you spend this much money, you want to be spending with a good company that can service warranty. Okay, ya pues Leo, you're servicing the warranty and everything like that. Okay, so then we're gonna have the UAD 610. And I think the UAD 610 with the 1176, yeah, I'll put it on rough mix. 1176 hardware on a rap vocal, that shit gonna sound good. It's gonna sound good. It's gonna sound good with that preamp, with that 610 preamp. Ooh, it's gonna sound good. I already know it. It's gonna sound good. I've never used it before. I've watched a lot of videos, and I know for a fact, for 3,000, that's probably a good investment right there. Just because of the compressor, the combination of that compressor with that preamp, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. And 1176 works good for rap vocals, the hardware version, because not the plug-in version, the hardware version, just because of the saturation and the transformer and the transistor combination and the potential aggressiveness and the forwardness that you could get right off the bat using a preamp like that. Hazel Rig VLC, that's gonna go in mix and master. I feel like that's more pop vocal type of orientated because it's the tube and it's bright along the lines of that, and you got the shelf EQ and everything like that. So with the Hazel Rig stuff, we're gonna probably put that at the top. Now you got to think about it. If your aesthetic as a rapper is that gritty street rapper, why the fuck would you want something that's gonna go against your aesthetic? That's gonna go against the image you're trying to portray. So always be knowing that, it's like how you dress yourself up, how you want to be displayed when you go out in the world. Suit and tie, jeans and shoes and Air Forces. You got, these decisions that you make will reflect the image that you want for yourself as an artist. Okay, so think about that when you select the preamp. Then I believe this is the Abbey Road. Yeah, it looks like the Abbey Road preamp. I'm gonna put that in vocal template. I know the Abbey Road is actually probably pretty good. We're gonna throw that in rough mix, especially with that mid-range, distortion and everything like that. Just really good mid-range, mostly specializing for things like guitars. But if you were to throw something like that on your vocal, I'm sure it would get it to be really aggressive and really speedy and really forward. And if that's the type of energy you're going for, then that's great. But if you're going for a smooth, soft rapper, then you might want to try something different. So that's pretty much the end of the video here today. Just want to say thanks a lot for being a great part of my YouTube family. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Want to support the channel? Well, check the links, and in the comments, let me know what you think. Which one of these preamps would you like to start a studio with? Do you own any of them? Give me a more detailed explanation down below. Appreciate y'all now. Peace.